Ladies and gentlemen, it is so exciting to welcome you. That's
Woo!
right, you to the Learning Center. Welcome to your, operational guide to the first few days in the center. My name is Mr. Even, and I'm the Dean of Students for Prep Academy.
And I'm Ms. Schultz, and I am the Dean of Students for Senior Academy. We are so excited to have you here. The next few minutes we're going to spend just going over some expectations to make sure that everything is clear. Of course, Mr. Even and myself will be here in person. We're probably walking around as you are watching this. So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know. All right, so first things first, what is a learning center? I'm sure you guys have heard a little bit about this from the after-school orientation meeting that Mr. Khan led, but a learning center is a place for learning, being focused, and getting the resources you need for success. It's about being supported academically, and it's about staying connected. And, of course, because of COVID and the restrictions, it's going to be really important that we are working together to keep each other safe and healthy. So maintaining that 6 feet of distance, making sure that you are always wearing your mask appropriately. Do as we say, not as we do. Mr. Even and I are not wearing our masks right now. Make sure you're washing your hands after you use the bathroom. Make sure that you are only using the drinking fountain to refill water bottles. And of course, we're going to have nurses on staff ready to go if necessary. And you probably already did this when you came in, but just as a reminder, making sure that every day before you come that you are using that app on your phone to take the daily health screener. We want to make sure that when you enter the building, you are healthy and that this is a great place for you to be, and that if you are sick, we need you to stay home. That way everybody else can be healthy as well. And I'm so excited to roll out our guidance for dress. You guys are going to be the first group of students who get to see a sneak peek of this, since you are the first group that's in the building. We did do away with our dress code, so now we just have a guidance for dress that has a couple of things that we want to make sure that we are continuing to monitor, but otherwise so many things are open to you to wear now. Just a couple of things to think about. We want to make sure that our tops and our bottoms are completely covering our undergarments. There are some pictures here that you can see in this bottom right-hand corner of what we want to avoid in order to make sure that our underwear is not showing. Tops and bottoms need to be school appropriate. So we want to make sure things like drugs, gangs, sex, all of those things are not showing up on our clothing. We also don't wear hats in the building because we want to make sure that we can see your face. Especially when we're wearing masks, it's going to be really important that we can see as much of your face as possible. So please take your hats off when you come inside. And anything that promotes harmful images or anything that's harmful to our community, that's not going to be allowed. So please make sure that if you have those things, that you keep them at home, and you will be asked to change or cover whatever the item is if you bring it to school. And of course, we would be totally off base if we did not talk about how to wear a mask appropriately. This is also a part of our guidance for dress because it is very, very important that everybody wears their mask correctly. So when you wear a mask, make sure that it completely covers your nose and your chin. You need to make sure that if it comes down and it shows your nose, that you push it right back up. And that if it's showing your chin at all, that you bring it down as well. We want to make sure that those are as effective as possible, so they have to be completely covering. Nice job, Mr. Even. Awesome. So just as a reminder, there are lots of really great things that you can wear that are completely within our dress guidance. Yay for ripped jeans. Yes, to sweatpants and joggers and Crocs and all those great things that you guys love. Those are in our dress code now, so feel free to wear those. So when you came in, there were a couple of reminders that we gave you as you sat down. The seat that you sat in this morning, that is always going to be your assigned seat. And when you come into school, it's going to be really important that you come up to the 3rd floor and you head straight to your assigned seat. That's just going to be your space every time you use our learning centers. As soon as you sit down, it's going to be really important that you open your laptop, you plug in your charger, and you get your headphones out so that we can create a quiet environment for everybody. We're not allowed to share supplies, so make sure that if you forgot your charger, you let us know so that we can get you an extra. Same with headphones. We cannot borrow from a friend. So it's going to be really important that you let us know if you need an extra. When you're at your seats, please make sure that you are eating your breakfast, you're checking your email, and you're getting ready for advisory. As a reminder, in the school building, you are not allowed to have your cell phone. So make sure that your cell phone is off and put away in a place that it's not going to be distracting you. Advisory starts right at 8:30, so make sure that you are logged in and ready for the Teams call.
And as a reminder, depending on what academy you're in, you're either here Mondays and Tuesdays or Thursdays and Fridays. Mondays and Tuesdays will be Prep Academy, which means 9th and 10th grade, Senior Academy, Thursdays and Fridays. All students will be online on Wednesdays. You'll get all the information you need from your teachers in advance. Now, let's also talk about what the school day itself will look like. One thing that we'll be interested in is passing periods. This time will be a good time to take a quick break, take a quick stretch, stand up and move around just for a second, but only behind your desk. Make sure you're still in your assigned area because it's critical that we're keeping each other safe during our Learning Center time. One student at a time can go to the bathroom. One student at a time can refill a water bottle, things like that. Just keep it in mind, it'll be important. But during this time, if you want to go on YouTube, if you want to play a game on your computer, perfectly acceptable to do. Cell phones are still not accepted during this time, but please make sure that you're still giving yourself a break. Listen for the bell to signal the start of your next class so that you're ready to go for each of your classes. Now let's talk about what class will actually look like. Again, it's really critical that we're keeping each other safe and focused. What that means, don't share your stuff. That means no sharing chargers, no sharing pencils, no sharing water bottles, no sharing high fives. This is the time to make sure that you're focused only on the things that you have. Make sure that your headphones are plugged into your computer at all times so that you're getting the material from the day. If you don't have headphones or they broke, let us know and we can get you an additional pair. Stay focused. This is a time to participate, engage, and ask questions in your classes, and we want to make sure that you and every other student in the Learning Center is able to do that to the best of their ability. If you need any help, raise your hand. That's what we're here for, that's what the proctors are here for, and that's what we want to make sure you're able to get the resources you need to be successful. Don't forget to turn in your material every day, and don't forget that cell phones are not allowed. As a reminder, this same time is where only one student is allowed in the bathroom or getting their water so that we're able to keep each other healthy and happy. So keep that in mind as well. If you want to raise your hand and request to go to the bathroom, just raise your hand and you're all set. Lunch. This happens in the middle of the day. You eat it, we all eat it. Now, it's important to remember that, again, one student is allowed in the bathroom at one time, one student refilling water bottle, throwing away trash, things like that. What we'll do is we're going to have one group at a time go to the cafeteria and get their food. If we're able to, because the weather's nice, we'll sit outside. Otherwise, we'll be coming back inside and eating at our desks. But cell phones are okay during this time. It's perfectly great to make sure that you're on your phones, texting your friends, texting your parents, whatever you need to do, playing Among Us, whatever you want to do to make sure that you're all set. But either way, class will start just as always at 12:20. And then at the end of the day, dismissal. End of the day happens at 3 o'clock, just like it does for the entirety of this year. At that point, all of us will be exiting toward the stairs closest to the cafeteria, and we must leave the building right away. If you have any questions about what that means or need any help, you can ask your teacher or myself or Ms. Schultz. But for the most part, that is what a day in the life of a Learning Center student will look like. We're very excited for you. It's going to go great. Don't hesitate to ask any questions, and we're very excited that you're here. Welcome.